Here are today's top news stories and why they matter. Muslims worldwide are poised to observe the final night before the holy month of Ramadan begins tomorrow. This month-long observance lasts 29 to 30 days from one sighting of the crescent moon to the next. What is Ramadan? Ramadan, the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, stands as one of the 5 pillars of Islam. During this period, Muslims fast from dawn until sunset, refraining from food, drink, and other physical needs. This fast serves as a means of purifying the soul, practicing self-discipline, and developing empathy for those less fortunate. So how are Muslims in Ghana preparing for the significant religious observance? DW's correspondent Maxwell Sook reports.
Here in Ghana, Ramadan is always marked with great devotion and community spirit. It is a time for spiritual reflection, increased devotion, and strengthen community bonds. Let's hear from Ghanaians about their preparations for this sacred time.
Actually, the economy is hard, but it's something that we have already prepared for. Right now, I'm going to market to stock my kitchen and other things so that, inshallah, tomorrow we'll start the fasting.
My challenge is the weather. That's my challenge. The heat. It's too much. Like when you are fasting, maybe you have to go and buy thread. Maybe when your needle break, you have to go get it. That's my challenge. If not, when you are just sitting at one place and just be working, you can work morning till night without any challenge.
We are all prepared. For our preparation, we are prepared because we knew it will come. So here we are, we're starting fasting tomorrow. The only issues we will have, or the only challenges we will have, is the heat. There is a scorchy sun, and then it's about staying away from food and water, and it's going to be stressful, but we'll be fine.
Thanks Maxwell for that, and we wish all our Muslim brothers and sisters Ramadan Kareem. The Democratic Republic of Congo and the United Nations have appealed for 2.5 billion in humanitarian aid this year. The amount is earmarked to assist millions affected by conflict, epidemics, and natural disasters. According to UN estimates, 21 million people in the DRC are caught in unprecedented multi-dimensional crisis, including climate disasters linked to global warming, outbreaks of disease, and an escalating conflict in the eastern region. The situation has worsened in recent weeks as the M23 rebel group, backed by Rwanda, continues its advance, seizing vast territories and further complicating efforts to deliver humanitarian aid. So, is the aid plan feasible? The UN's appeal, however, faces an uncertain future following US President Donald Trump's decision to slash nearly all US foreign aid. Last year, the US funded 70% of the UN's humanitarian response plan for the DRC, making Washington the single largest donor. With funding cuts looming, concerns are growing that African nations, many of which rely heavily on US aid for humanitarian and development programs, could see critical assistance drying up, exacerbating already dire conditions. As the crisis deepens and international funding hangs in the balance, will the world step up, or will millions be left to fend for themselves? Let us know in the comment section. And now finally, China says it opposes US President Donald Trump's latest threat to impose an extra 10% duty on Chinese imports after an earlier levy of the same amount. What is behind the latest threat? Trump insists that the deadly drug fentanyl is still pouring into the US from China. However, China's Commerce Ministry said the country has some of the world's strictest anti-drug policies and highlighted the risk new tariffs would bring to global supply chains. The US also proposed 25% tariffs on Mexican and Canadian goods, which will take effect next week Tuesday. The fresh China tariffs, in addition to the 10% tariff levied on the February 4th this year, coincide with the start of China's annual parliamentary meetings on Wednesday. This set-piece political event is where Beijing is expected to unveil its main economic priorities for 2025. The announcement also leaves Beijing less than a week to publish countermeasures as the Trump administration shows signs of a hardening stance towards its strategic rival. And that's all we have for you today. For more in-depth analysis of news happenings, subscribe to our YouTube channel DW Africa. My name is Okeri Ngushinado.